Bible says, do not call everything conspiracy that everybody else calls a conspiracy. Because so far, we found out that the world is ran by a bunch of pedos with the Epstein files. And many people do what they always do. They get on the internet, complain, talk they trash, make videos, but then they go right back to business as usual. And now we just found out with the Dr. Fauci situation that the COVID stuff was a hoax, like we've been trying to tell y'all. I say those things to say this. There are powerful entities that control our world, whether y'all want to believe it or not. Because when it comes to those files, the fact that if you actually go down the rabbit hole, like I did, there are files in there for bank accounts for Mr. Epstein that talks about that he literally has bank accounts named Baal, B-A-A-L, which means Lord, which is why I personally try not to use the title Lord, because Lord means Baal. But unfortunately, that is what most people do, because the Roman Catholic Church removed the Most High's name and put Lord in it. And they did that for a reason, because that breaks the commandment where he says don't take his name in vain. And many people are doing that by using Lord, and they don't even recognize it. And for the people who don't know what Baal is another word for Satan. Satan just goes by many different names, and Baal is one of them. So when you say Lord, because I know a lot of people, especially in the Christian church, like to say Lord, you're literally just calling on Baal or Satan, which is breaking the commandment where he says don't take his name in vain. And let me tell y'all something real quick. Like, with all this evidence that's out here, go look at something called the Lucifer Telescope. The Lucifer Telescope is a very, very powerful, it's the most powerful telescope in the world that is at the Vatican currently. And they have over $100 million invested into that. Now, I want y'all to ask yourselves, especially you atheists who don't believe, and I'm not trying to throw shade on y'all. Why would powerful elites who run our world want to invest that much money into something that could be true? I'm sorry, that could be true or not be true. That's a lot of money to be wasting on something that's possibly false. Man, heck, I personally wouldn't even do that. They are literally using that telescope to try to track the Most High movements, because they know how it really is, and they know that there's something there. They know that there's a creator. Why do y'all think they have all these secret societies that run our world? Is because they hate our Father, and they want to go out of their way to maintain control. Because they all have a Jezebel spirit. A lot of people think the Jezebel spirit is like a whoredom spirit. A Jezebel spirit is just a spirit of control. Men can have that spirit too, not just women. And what Satan has done, he has went out of his way to deceive all these elites to thinking that they have all the power in the world when they truly don't. And another thing is that many people know something is off, but because we all got our own problems with our own lives, our own money, our own health issues, and if you got kids, you got to take care of the kids. We have so many other problems in our lives. So to hear that there's powerful demonic elites that control our world, a lot of people just choose to ignore it because it's too much for them to handle. But simply just ignoring a problem because you don't want to face it does not make it go away. And I'm telling y'all from experience, it does not make it go away at all. And I mean, just look on the back of your dollar bill, and I've said this before in other videos, that pyramid that they have, and then where it says in God we trust, Isaiah 65 verse 11 says they worship, that the world worships Gad. If you look up what Gad is a pagan Babylonian deity of fortune. So the United States, well, the whole world is wicked, but I'm in the United States, so I'm going to just say the States. The United States is not a quote-unquote a godly nation like we've been taught. They worship the pagan Babylonian deity of fortune. Isaiah 65 verse 11. That is what that's talking about. So I say all I have to say this. With all that evidence out there with the Epstein stuff, with the elites literally released those files for a reason, to let us know what they do to kids, and they sacrifice them to Baal. And with the Lucifer Telescope and the evidence of what the Roman Catholic Church did and what the Vatican is doing, there's too much evidence for people to say that this is all, for people to say, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. If y'all still on that conspiracy theories nonsense at this point, I don't know what to tell y'all at this point. But anyway, I love y'all. Y'all take care.